think my best guess on why people seem to have a difficult time with identity in general, whether they're believers or not, I think it would probably be because that's one of the things that I think the enemy tries to take from us. I guess he knows that if we're constantly trying to figure out who we are, we don't have time to do anything else. It's just a big distraction.
I think because we don't see ourselves. We see other people.
I think I battle with that a lot, because I sort of see myself as very much Irish, but then I see myself as European as well, and there's that battle with thing of, but if I say I'm European, I'm giving up my Irishness, and you're not.
I think we all want to be known. I don't know if I've met anyone who's like, I don't care if anybody knows me. But I think we're also given this, and I'm not going to blame everything on society, but I think that there's a cultural shift that's happened towards individualism, right? I work my job, I get on the subway, I go to work, I don't really, listen, we've got headphones for everything, we're all on our phones, whatever. And so it's like that constant push to build your career, to build your life, to get what you deserve. It doesn't leave a lot of time. That culture, that mindset, while it might work for some people, doesn't really leave a lot of time to build relationships. And I think that humans are designed to be relational. I think deep down inside of us, I think you can look through Hebrew scripture and Christian scripture and some other holy writings that really says, we're wired, we're designed for relationships.
When you sum everything up, people are wanting to be known. I feel like that's one of the biggest things that people will say when they're searching and they don't, like when they get to the end of their life, is like, was I known? And that's probably why it equates with that whole 15 minutes of fame. Everybody has that inner desire to be famous to a certain level because they want to be known. They want to leave a mark on the planet and know that when they die, they will be remembered.
Like, it's easy to get lost in what somebody else says or thinks is valuable.
I think it's admitting home truths, isn't it? It's admitting we are all a bit like our parents, which is always difficult for anybody. And I think it's an embarrassment that being called out is not that interesting, isn't it? We're not that interested, actually. I'm just this. I think everyone strives to fight against that, don't they? They want to be different.
It's easier than searching yourself, for me. And there are some people that are just really big and boisterous and like, who cares who I am? I have a lot to learn from people like that. I used to be that way. I think children are very naturally just who they are. And that's a beautiful thing. We get caught up in societal rules, and then just our own personal brokenness. Broken families, broken situations, events that didn't go the way that we planned, that changed the course of our lives. So identity, you need to know who you are if you want to know where you're going. You need to know that your value isn't in what you do, and your value isn't in what you say.
If you try to hide things and you go, actually no, I'm just this and that's all I've got to offer, which is actually most times quite a lot that you don't realise.
When we get so focused on the career and success and some of those other things, we miss out. We miss out on relationships, and I think whether you acknowledge it as that or not, it can be pretty depressing. And that's not to say that you need to have a million friends, right? Because that's the other thing that culture has kind of really shifted towards, is like, well, you may not have very many deep relationships, but online it better look like you have just a ton of people, right? And so it's a numbers game. How many Facebook friends, how many followers, how many YouTube hits, especially as a creative, right? There's this constant, like, affirm me, affirm me, affirm me. And so then we start editing our life. Everything is edited. I can edit what I want on my newsfeed. I can edit what I put up on the internet. I can write a tweet and then delete it and then rewrite it. Everything is edited to the point where I can be whoever you want me to be on the internet, so that you will affirm me. I can get, people like sunset pictures and selfies. All right, well then I won't post any of the things that I think are interesting, because nobody likes those. So I'm only going to put, you know what I mean? And so we like shift and change it to try to be relevant to our viewers, and it's exhausting. And so then they're not getting to know us. They're getting to know themselves.
There are things that make us up as individuals. And yes, we're partially part of our jobs. We're partially how we interact with people. We're partially, Myers-Briggs personality test, but I think that identity reaches so much further.